finally ready to go. After all of that, I want to re-emphasize. Willie Mosconi made the rules with Fats's agreement.
7 ball, side pocket.
Okay, Willie Mosconi sinking the solid balls. 1 through 7, the object ball of the game, the 8 ball. The man who sinks the 8 ball wins. Now watch this. That's the way the ball's got to go. Just had room to get through. Now, if you sink the 8 ball before you've sunk all of your balls, you lose the game. The job is to sink the 1 through the 7. For Mosconi, the ring balls must be sunk by Fats, and then sink the 8 ball, you win.
Everybody thinking that's how I got nothing but money. Told you, 6 brand new Cadillacs every time a bird flies over when I buy another. Have I got it, Rienzi, or not? You've been to my house. I let dogs and cats sleep in President's limousine.
Sit down,
All right, go ahead, Willie. I'm all through, dear.
He's finished. He's finished.
Sorry I disturbed you.
There's no let-up with Minnesota Fats, and he knows he gets under Willie's skin the more he talks. In the meantime, Willie's not in the best position in the world. He's going to try to play the 1 ball up there in the far left-hand corner on the left-hand side of your screen.
1 ball.
The word for that, folks, is incredible. There can be no other word. That is what you call a masse. We're going to take another look at it. Now watch closely. He has to make that ball curve just as you saw the dotted line there. That's what we call masse, as I say. And he does exactly that. Now, he still has to have control of that ball. The control coming from the way he used his cue, because that cue ball's got to get down there, and it caroms the 1 ball in. A remarkable, remarkable demonstration of skill. And Willie scratches. After the great shot, a duffer's shot. We'll be back. This is game 1. Best of 9. That's the series in 8 ball, just as it was in 9 ball, which was won by Mosconi 5 games to 3. Now, Mosconi established the rules for each of the contests in advance with the permission and consent of Fats. Fats didn't even want to listen to them at the time. Thus, there's been much bickering about the rules during the course of play today. Mosconi, meantime, is working on the solid colors, and one of the rules he established for this, the 8-ball competition, was that you have to call your shots. Sometimes people play 8-ball not on that condition, but it is the condition here, and he wanted it that way in order to bring as much skill to the contest as possible. He's left himself perfect position for the 6 ball, as you can see. Mosconi, a master of position play. But now he has a tough shot. He's got to sink the 8 ball to win. That's the object of the game.
Cross side.
He's going to try to bank it into the opposite side pocket. He must get by the 9 ball. He does it. Mosconi is simply amazing when it comes to precision play. Now I want you to take another look at that shot. Task, get the cue ball, pass the 9 ball, hitting the 8 ball first as required, and then bring that 8 ball past the red ring ball. There's barely room. And still, he does it. So he wins the first game of the 8-ball competition, leading Fats 1 game to none. Note how quickly he broke. No sooner did the referee rack up the balls than Willie broke. And he's left a pretty wide open table for Fats who is suddenly now growing silent, not talking anymore, but rather absorbed with the fact that he's in a battle. He's going to work on the solid balls, calling the 2 easy combination. And bridge, as you know, is allowed in order that the contestant can keep his feet on the ground as required by the rules when the balls are awkwardly placed. And so the bridge was used effectively by Fats.
7 ball.
Don't think for a moment Fats isn't a master of position play himself. It's just that he does it casually.
1 ball.
Mosconi does it with an intense seriousness. Fats is 65 years of age. The real name, Rudolph Wanderone Jr. Mosconi is 64 years of age. And in the total competition, with 5 forms of pool scheduled, the winner
5 ball.
gets $15,000. The winner, of course, is the man who first wins 3 sets. We've had 9 ball. This is 8 ball. Fats is working on the table. Mosconi watching with a growing discomfiture.
8 ball. Corner pocket.
Now he's right up to the victory. Game. Fats runs all the solids, puts away the 8, ties the 8-ball competition 1 game apiece. We'll be back. It has been said that neither you nor Willie has anything to gain by meeting in this match because
them things never enter my mind, whether to gain or lose anything. All I ever know about is winning something. I never was a loser in my life. You understand? If I can win 1,100, I'll try to win it. You understand? I don't know nothing about all them ifs, and how did you become a legend, and how did you get great? Did you play all your life? All that's automatic. I come up just like any other living human. I hung around saloons and pool rooms all my life. I don't drink and don't smoke. And I was a top-notch card player and pool player when I was 8 years old. I don't know all that other jive that goes with it. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about it. I know Willie's a good player. And I know that he plays me for cash. He ain't got no chance. I know he's got a better chance of swimming from here to Arabia underwater.
we pick up with the 8-ball competition. This is game 4 between Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats, and Mosconi is running out the ring balls and setting himself up to sink the object ball of the game, the 8-ball. Mosconi leads 2 games to 1 in the 8-ball competition. He has won the 9-ball competition. A tough encounter, 5 games to 3. And now he leads 3 games to 1 in the 8-ball competition. The whole mood has changed here in the starlight roof of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in the heart of New York City, where there had been constant badinage and bickering and clear hostility between the men. Now it has suddenly grown quiet. The 6-ball went in on the break. It will be spotted, but that establishes the color. Let's take another look at the break. By establishing the color, I mean that means that Mosconi will have to, as you watch the 6-ball go in, go for the solid color balls. The ring balls will be Fats's game. Always remember, when you're watching Mosconi, he is thinking 2, 3, 4 shots ahead. Often the whole table. But he didn't like what he just did. The 6-ball was spotted on the break. That's the way Mosconi wants it. The rules established by him to reduce the element of luck
7 ball.
and increase the element of skill, as Mosconi sees it. Again, a shot that was more difficult than it looked, because he didn't have that much room to work with toward the corner pocket. Now the 6-ball. And Fats agreed in advance to let Mosconi set the rules. He didn't even want to know about them. But as the course of play has developed, he's been increasingly disturbed by the rules. Willie, who started studied the entire competition nervously, even tentatively, has grown in confidence during the course of play. Scratch. Not a sound from anybody. See the whiteness on Willie's lower lip? We've talked about it earlier. Nerves, dehydration. The 4-ball was spotted as a result of the scratch. And now Fats goes to work.
15.
You know, part of the hostility between these two men derives from the motion picture entitled The Hustler. In that picture, Jackie Gleason played a character named Minnesota Fats. Fats contends that he was the source of the character. Willie Mosconi was a consultant on the picture. He contends that the picture derives from a book, and the author stated the characters were fictional, and that the character played by Gleason bears no resemblance in fact or real life to the man at whom you're looking, Minnesota Fats, who was in the process of running out the ring ball, leading up to the object game ball, the 8-ball. And he
8-ball.
has gotten right to that object now. Beautiful shot by Fats. He's back in the thick of things. He's reduced Mosconi's lead to 3 games to 2 in the 8-ball competition.
Mr. Mosconi, 3.
We'll be right back. There lies the domicile of 64-year-old Willie Mosconi, 16 times world champion of pocket billiards, a quiet, sedate man, absorbed with bringing dignity to his profession. He lives quietly with his wife and daughter. But in Dowell, Illinois, 2 hours south of St. Louis, Missouri, there lives a different kind of man. A man of flash and color, garrulous, willing to take on anyone with words, and in pool. Even his license plate tells you about him. MF stands for this man, Minnesota Fats. Incredibly, 2 years ago suffered a stroke, was declared dead. He and Mosconi don't like one another, and it goes back a long way.
Well, back in 1949, I believe, was the last time I saw him. At that time, I was managing a billiard room in Philadelphia. And he was one of the customers of the place. He was hustling cards and doing anything he could around the place to make a dollar. So finally, he ran out of customers, and he chose me. I said, get away from me, don't bother me. You know, I was happy that he was making a dollar and paying the room rent. So finally, it got so obnoxious that I had to play him. Now, I played him 5 games of his game, which I don't know anything about to this day, 1 pocket, and I beat him 5 games for $50 a game.
See, if the truth is known, Willie Mosconi and them trying to expose me as the greatest pool player in the world, which I always was and still am, for money.
Whenever he played anybody that could play of any note, he always lost.
I played Istanbul, the terrible Turk. He ain't been terrible since. I played Happy the Chinaman in Hong Kong, and he ain't been happy since.
He always tried to keep thinking up different games, you know, that the other player didn't know about, and he would have the knowledge, and that's how he managed to win here and there.
The last time I was in New York, I had over 30,000 in cold cash, and I put it on the table to play Willie Mosconi. If he wanted to play, I'd play him, or anybody else that wanted to play, but they ain't going to put up no cash. They're going to finally, after like 16 hours, they're going to get 15 sponsors and play one for like 200.
Well, he's always telling stories like that. No such thing ever happened. In fact, I challenged him about 3 years ago, and we arranged the ballroom of the Sheraton Hotel in Philadelphia for 4 days. We sent him an airmail registered letter telling him the date 6 weeks in advance. I was there that night, but he didn't show.
I get 1,200 if I cough twice. I'm going to play some pool, $60 a game, 40 a game. Mosconi wants to play something for $2 a game. $2 a game. He wants to play 3,000 points.
You're the money player, I'm going to tell him. Let's go.
So far, Willie's proving his point. He's won the 9 ball. He leads in the 8 ball.
Solar Power.
This is Game 7 in the 8 ball competition. The great pool shootout between Minnesota Fats and that man, Willie Mosconi, as the lip grows whiter and whiter. Score in games now is 4 games to 2 in the 8 ball competition in favor of Mosconi. Fats had won the 5th game, making it 3 to 2, but Mosconi came promptly back to win the 6th game. And now, after that flub shot by Fats, he may be in desperate peril. Mosconi working on the ring balls. And if Willie can win this game, he will have won the 8 ball competition, and they will move on to the next form of pool, best of 9, called rotation, sinking the balls in numerical order. But that's a long way away yet. Willie's got to win this one, if he can. Again, we emphasize, Mosconi doesn't just play one shot at a time. Like all great pool players, including, of course, Fats, he's looking ahead. He's looking to the whole lay of the table, and 3, 4, and 5 shots ahead, trying to sink the ring balls and get to the object ball of the game, the 8 ball. And to the winner in the overall competition, $15,000. In addition to substantial expense monies already received by both men. Willie is going about his task steadily, purposefully. Last time the 2 men played head-to-head was about 30 years ago. Each tells a different story as to what happened on that day. Look at this. Mosconi may have left himself in bad position. He did. This is not an easy shot to try to close it out. So perfectly done. So Willie Mosconi has won the 8 ball competition, 5 games to 2. There remains in the offing rotation. And if he should win the rotation, he will have won the best of 5 in the sets of different types of pool being played in the competition. That's a great woman pool player, Jeannie Balloux. As we get a shot of her, she was in the Women's Superstars. We'll be back later to see how the rotation competition turns out. Right now, let's go to the World 90-meter Ski Jumping Championship and Al Michaels.